All right, so this is the last week of the Transformations Challenge. I hope you guys have all had a lot of fun and learned a good amount about what a good diet may look like for you, but more importantly, how you're going to go about continuing this journey outside of this Transformations Challenge. And just to keep in mind, if you feel that the accountability has been a huge aspect as to why you've had success, know that we can continue this journey together on a much more individualized basis, and really kind of slow it down. As I've mentioned a couple times already in past videos, this is really a streamlined, kind of very aggressive approach to all the habits that we want to try and instill in all of you guys. And it's done on purpose. I want you guys to feel like you were able to really be successful with these 6 weeks, that you got a lot out of it. But I want you to still be in the right mindset to know that this isn't the end of the journey, nor are you typically going to be able to keep up this sort of momentum for the rest of your life. So there's going to be ups and downs throughout the process, and that's okay. One thing that I've talked to a lot of the clients about in the past, which I really, really love talking about now, is just the idea of being proud of being able to maintain a new weight. If you've had success through these 6 weeks, that's fantastic. If you had success for a couple of the weeks out of the 6 weeks, but didn't gain any of it back, that's the ultimate journey that you have to come to once you get to the final resting place of where you want to be. It's not a continual downgrade. You don't need to always look to lose more and more and more weight. If you're in a healthy place and you want to strive for more, that's awesome, and I applaud that, and I want to help you with that. But I also want you to keep in mind that I would consider it a success for you to lose 10 pounds and to keep it off for the next 20 years, knowing that the typical American gains about 10 pounds every decade. So that's in essence a net loss of 30 pounds, even though it doesn't quite feel that way. You have to kind of keep that in mind, because it is. If you let yourself go, if you don't continue to be active as you continue to get older, if you don't continue to eat well in such a way that allows everything else that you should be consuming, 80 to 90% of the foods that you consume on a regular basis should be whole foods, plant-based diet with some meat and other healthy fats and stuff sprinkled in. But they're not evil. So to give you just a few really good carb sources, brown rice, quinoa, um, potatoes. Everybody thinks about sweet potatoes, but potatoes aren't really that bad for you either. They're not going to necessarily, you're not going to lose weight just because you switch from a regular potato to a sweet potato if the quantity of what you're consuming from either is the same. So just keep that in mind. And then obviously whole grains, sprouted grains, vegetables, fruits, all those things are going to be so good for you, so nutrient dense and so rich for your body to just flourish. So if you're active, it's kind of a sliding scale. You kind of, I hate using the word reward, but when it comes to carbs, it's kind of something that you can eat more of if you're more active, and that you need to keep an eye on if you're not. So if you're somebody that is outside running 3 to 5 times a week, and then you're also inside the facility training and strength training 2 to 4 times a week, then your body's capability to process carbs appropriately is going to be a much higher threshold than somebody that only makes it into the facility once or twice a week and doesn't do anything outside of there. So again, carbs aren't evil. If you have questions on any of that, let me know. But just keep it in check. Just know that you want to have stuff that's full of fiber, that's going to fill you up, and know that some people feel more full on meals that are a little bit more carb dense. Some people feel more full on meals that are fat dense. Doesn't mean one's better than the other. It just means you need to find which one works best for you to, once again, keep this lifestyle going forever, okay, instead of just ending it at this 6 weeks. So talk to you soon.